All right, been on this for a while now, and still kind of bouncing back and forth between 3D modeling and level design. Mainly because I want to get this stuff done early on in the project or in the process of, doing the detail pass. So I have been jumping into Blender to do some modeling, and right now, I've done a little more set dressing. I created the gangplanks for these docks right here. Don't think these are for smaller boats though, so I'll take those out of here. And then, let's see, actually bring these a little closer. Let's delete these. Let's recreate this. And they're also longer from what I can see. Larger boats, and they're much longer. So I want to emulate that in what I'm doing here for this part of the level. So check, check. Okay, everything's good. Forgot to do a sound check before pressing stream. Anywho, okay. We have a new setup in Discord, so when we commit, it'll post a message in the dev Discord with a bunch of error messages that we should probably all take a look at. Well, we're supposed to, which is why I look to make sure that nothing on my end is fucking things up in the cook. And are they backed in like that? Let me see. I'm just putting them in there for sizing right now. It's not, yeah, they go head first. So they're definitely positioned wrong. So let's copy these over. As I was building this out, I realized I need to pop back in a Blender and do some modeling. Just want to get the distance consistent, which is why I'm dragging these out and overlapping that last one. Sure, it's right on it. Right now I can delete the overlapped ones. Those out of the way. Gotta make sure these are... Wow, that's weird. Split apart somehow for some reason. I want to get block out meshes created, or just kit bashed meshes like I did with the gangplanks. Just kit bash that from a modular warehouse set that we have, for building the catwalks for a warehouse or a factory of some kind. And I repurpose those rather than model a whole new gangplank. I just kind of repurpose those into a post-apocalyptic kind of rig, for lack of a better term. Because Ghetto Rig and Jerry Rig still have very questionable references attached to them. So I'd say, post-APOC rig that motherfucker. But anyhow, there's nothing wrong with doing a little kit bashing, you know. Anywhere where you can repurpose something or, you know, cut back on the amount of work. I mean, I know how some people react over that, but I think that a lot of the people that have negative reaction to just hearing the term kit bashing or asset flipping just don't understand the sheer amount of work that it goes into making a fucking game or just creating the most basic 3D model. And this is coming from somebody who likes to just build shit from scratch. There's an up and a downside to using pre-made prefabs. Anyone that's worked with such assets understands these things. But even then, you know, with the prefabs we do have, there's still some work that needed to be done to those. You know, they weren't perfect, especially for our game. There was a fair amount of optimization that needed to be done in regards to poly counts and textures and all that good stuff. So it's not like we, you know, threw it into the engine, into the game, and voila, everything worked. Still a good amount of work I had to do on my end to optimize all those assets for the game. Okay. Bring this up again. All right, now that's where I'm gonna... Shit. I do have a large ship that I can put in there. I was gonna put this ferry. I figured it doesn't look like I could even, excuse me, pull out of there. Without hitting these docks. I mean, you could probably just kind of launch over this way, turn in this area, and then go out. You know, I've seen boats do shit like that. Here's a fireboat. That's a big motherfucker, too. That guy, and then maybe this postcard. Whoa, that's a big one, alright. Yeah, that's not gonna fly here. Nope. Maybe we'll just put more of these. Put these in a bigger port. Bigger dock. More room. We don't have anything like that down here. I think these would be like down over here in this area. Shall see. Alright, so two things regarding modeling I need to do. First up is this. This dock right here. I want to add this feature. It's not absolutely necessary, but why the fuck not? You know? I want to make it look as close to this area as I can get it. Another thing I want to check is, okay, so this does have railing in some areas and not in others. So I'm gonna have to do that as well. Oh, I can't do street view here? Son bitch. so most of it doesn't have railing. The railing goes towards, to up to a certain distance and then it stops. And I'd say it's like probably like around right here. So that's what I'll do. First, I need to update that mesh. How am I going to do that? I need to find where I made that the other day. There you are. Here we go. First, I'm going to delete those diagonals. And this was made in Unreal, so exporting it, I'm going to get it triangulated. Let's dissolve those edges. And start cutting into this. I hope that's the right one. Pretty fucking sure it is. Yeah. So let's cut into this bad boy. Cut. Let's see, maybe it's like right there. And right there. And another one right here. Start right there. So, deleting these. Why did you not delete the edges, you motherfucker? Oh, Blender. Oh, that's the collision, you fucking genius. I was like, what the hell is this? Okay, let's turn off that damn collision. It's in the way. Alright, we'll bridge. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Make this solid. And X-ray. Bridge. Okay, now I'm just gonna get this out into the engine just to what's up with this? No, that's fine. Let's get the right folder for this. And it should be SM Pier 45. Okay. Accept. Export. And then I'll re-import the engine to see where it is at. Spot's where I made the cuts. Come on, big boy. That's taking a while. Oh, oh dear. Shit. Okay, the scale's fine. Okay. Okay, so this definitely needs to come out a little more. You. Not material preview. Just want straight up wireframe and X-ray. And I do not want to edit the collision. So where's it? It's like right there right now, so it's right on the edge. Let's bring it to like about right here, I'd say. As for this, I'll line this up. To that collision. Let's go back here. Just can come back a bit. Oops, still have edge snap on. Let's see. One more cut. And where are you? Damn. Should probably put those on a radial menu as well, no? Oops. Okay, I'm gonna change to vertex snap. And I think that that's good enough considering how thick this is in the game. So let's see where this lands. Just eyeballing it some more. Let's grab this again. Export. Re-import. See how it looks. I wanted to get that updated before building the edge around it. Okay, much better. We're definitely gonna have plenty of room to build here. So let's get that. Of course, it's not accurate to the existing dock. I mean, this area is a little more planar. Probably just pull this back and update it, but it's too much. I mean, you want, maybe I will eventually. And always update this one in the engine. Because I'm going to have to update the whole blueprint too, like the exits, the yellow nav around it. I mean, that's if I really want to give them that much more room on here, even though the real life counterpart does have a ton of room, so I probably should do that. It's just going to shorten this building. And then right here, there's a break as well, so that's obviously going to have to change in the end. But again, this is just a block out. The models for the buildings are not final yet. But it would help probably splitting this and adding that gap. Because I want that to be a part of the early gameplay. You know, we're already in here testing this map out. And I want to see how things play out. But for now, I think I'll just leave those like that and then update it. So I just want to get the edge built out. I also do want to populate the damn yard too, so yeah, that should be updated. So I'll pull this back and then extrude another building out of that. Okay. Because this actually goes all the way to the edge and it thins out. I might even be able to just pull this a little more over. Let's get it closer to that. Yeah, I should just do it either way. So let's find this building here. And this one was exported from... same folder, but... let's see. There's the Oak Bay Bridge Blender file, but I don't think I actually put these into a Blender file. So I can edit these in the engine. I don't need to pull them out in the Blender until... So what I'm going to do here is jump into modeling mode. And then... is it poly? No, it's triangle edit. Exit that. Go. And this building pretty much ends... shit. Middle of the yard. So let's not start with this one. Start with this one. This one. Half. Shit, maybe it's fine like that. But this building does need to change. Just eyeballing here just to kind of, all right, you know what? Oh, maybe just a little bit. So let's go triangle edit. Not too much. See, I just hope it doesn't fuck the model up, man. That should be good. So let's accept that. save. Come on now. Open up. I'm gonna update the blueprint. I mean, this isn't really necessary right now, but I might as well just do it. But this is the kind of stuff that just slows down the population process, because, I mean, it's stuff I need to do right now to get these details into it. To get these areas more fleshed out. So let's go to top view, actually. So I'll bring this down even more. Cover that corner. All right, now we're good. So compile and save. And what happened here? It looks like some of the exits got deleted, doesn't it? No way. Did that happen to all of them? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, they're still there. So then why aren't they showing up anymore? That's unfortunate. I mean, you saw them, right? They were right there when I selected it earlier. Oh, fuck, what is it doing now? Unless I press something on the key, it disappear like that. Just the kind of cute shit that happens with Unreal sometimes. God, sucks. Well, all right, I'm not liking what happened here. I'm gonna close and come back. Shit, man. Hope I didn't fuck anything up. It took a long time just to set all that shit up. Ay, ay, ay. I probably should have done that with the static mesh instead of in the blueprint. With the blueprint in the level. Ah, jeez. Shit, what was that? Like something fell off my desk. Oh, I need to shut that off. Why the fuck is this shit still appearing? I just closed it, dude. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, I just closed it. Why is it still popping up? Alright, let's see what happened. This is gonna take a while to open up. So let's get some proper collisions made for this. I'm gonna scrap this one. That. Add a cube, and this is just gonna be straight up UCX collision. Let's parent it to that. Start building it out. Of course, this might change. The edits I'm gonna do to the buildings. Yep. Again. Last one. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on here? That one's way off. As always, change the decimals to underscores. Find and replace decimals with underscores. Because Unreal doesn't like your collisions having decimals in them. Export. This motherfucker still isn't loaded. It is 7 o'clock. Wow. Gonna be working late tonight. Got a lot of shit to do. Want to push beyond this grid. A lot of stuff I needed to rebuild. I think it's going to be an issue with the first two or three grids. I think there was a spline tool I was using during the blockout stage, which was in the old project before we started rebuilding. And that tool was obsolete. Everything that we had brought over that was created on San Francisco, not everything, but a good amount of stuff was lost. Like sidewalks that I made, fences, a lot of other stuff. So I had to rebuild a lot of that shit. And I think that tool was mostly used in like grids 1, 2, 3, I think. So those are going to be slow going. And I want to push past those grids because I have to rebuild a lot of shit we lost. There they are. Oh man. I thought I erased everything. take this one, put it there. Close. Close, close. Okay, no, go away. Go the fuck away. For now. What the fuck, man? Why is it taking 1,000 years just to save? What the fuck is going on over here? Why is it rebuilding all the shaders? Oh my god. Okay, got that blueprint open. I just want to update the exits on this one in the world. Paste them into the actual one, the actual blueprint. And all done with that. I'll worry about this section later. I'll make that gap later. Right now, I just want to be able to build. Actually, no. I'll worry about it now, actually. Okay. Drop this in here. Let's copy these transforms. Put that one there. And now let's jump into edit mode. Triangle edit. Grab these. To like about right there. That's updated. Let's open up this blueprint and update that. Damn it, open up. There we go. Of course. Final is going to be straighter, better looking than that. Again, these are just blockouts. I understand the importance of creating a fairly accurate footprint, but you know, sometimes, well, you know what? Don't be a lazy fuck. Just do it, dude. Let me fix this. Okay, I wasn't supposed to open that. Supposed to navigate to that folder. Come on. Again, I'll copy these transforms, paste them into here. copied all of them. What the hell? Back to poly triangle edit, I mean. Alt J. Let's straighten that out as close as possible so I don't have any weird shit going on there. Accept. All right. Now you can go away. So the next thing I'm going to do is extrude out this building right here. So I'm going to be making a new mesh out of that. Go here to extrude. I'm going to make this a fairly big gap between the buildings. Hold on. You know what? Before I do this, gotta do one more thing. I'm gonna throw the Juggernaut in here. I do want to make that gap big enough for the Juggernaut. Which means I gotta go to the top folder. I don't even know if the Juggernaut's gonna be able to completely traverse around this, but that's why I want to bring him in. There you are, son of a bitch. Get your ass down there. Okay, so there's enough room for him to navigate around this. Man, get on the ground, motherfucker. So he could get around on this side, he could get down the middle. He'll be able to walk around this side as well. So he's gonna have to be able to go in between these buildings. Let's drop him in here and make sure I get something thick enough for him to fit comfortably in between that. So there he is. Let's do this again. And this is going to come out. Like about right here, I guess. Oh, like right here. Okay. Which means I'm going to have to make a blueprint for this building as well. Before I do that, before I even allow this thing to create this yet, let's go to the North San Francisco folder. Have it drop into current folder. Turn that off. And hit complete. Now, let's see. I'm going to bring it down. And I do have to do triangle edit. No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. Cancel that shit. It should be polygroup. Yeah. Let's bring this down to here. Accept. Oh, gotta bring it down some more. So. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. intersecting, that's why. Still doesn't want to fucking play nice, so just copy that, paste it onto this bad boy, and there we go. Let's bring that down a little more. Accept. Why the hell did it... Suck shit. I had it make it in a custom folder, not in the custom folder, but in the existing folder. And I wanted to play that game. Chingar Madre. I have to delete this one. Delete that folder. Go back to the NSF folder. Let me just do that. And rename this C, I suppose. Alright, so we have that in there now. So the next order of business is creating a blueprint for that building so that it has a population associated with it. Boundless retards. I haven't eaten them in years. Anyways, let's get back to this. Come on, motherfucker. I'll duplicate. Open it up. Oh, that's right. God damn it. Gotta edit that. No, not poly edit. Pivot point. Ah. Okay. Cancel that. Time to export this guy. North San Francisco folder. Yeah, in there is good. Save. I guess we can export collisions. That's going to save that. I'll leave this open. I'll come in here. Import that mesh. And it comes in super tiny. So we're gonna have to scale that up to its actual size. And then snap cursor to selected, and then exit that. Set origin to 3D cursor. Ah, okay, this is where we fucked up. Okay, then we set the origin to 3D cursor. Now this is just to have the pivot right there in that corner, or it should be. Now let's make some proper collisions for this. Save this real quick and add a cube. Do this as UCX as well. Parent it. And get on with it. Let's turn this off. Money. Three zeros. I'll take that. Batch replace. Everything looks good. Export. Save this file. Let's get back to Unreal. Find that mesh. And the motherfucker won't let me re-import. Ain't that a bitch? Oh boy. Well, let's just import it like this and overwrite it if it allows us to do that. Open. It says, do you want to overwrite the existing asset? Yes, I do. Asset already exists. Yeah, do it. Overwrite it, motherfucker. I don't understand why it would not let me just re-import it from that one. Once again, the cute shit that Unreal likes to do. That is the right one, I believe. Yeah, there's no material associated with this, so it doesn't matter. Let's see what happens now. It's gonna have a stroke for a little bit. There we go. So I can bring this over a little more, create a little more room between that. And with that done, turn this off, turn this back on. I have to modify that a bit. Let's get over here, and this is now in much better orientation. Did that pivot come in all fucked up? Yeah, it did. Motherfucker. Okay. That's what I get for being a stronce. Okay. Let's do that one more again. Okay. I think I should stop eating these. I'm gonna burn my tongue. Okay. Much better. Delete that. That. No, wait. This one. Hmm. That one. Whoops. Okay. That should do it. So I'm going to copy the transforms for the one that's in the level. Wait, no, not just the location transforms, but everything. Let's drop this in. Cancel. What the fuck did I want to now? Let's go back to object placement mode. And Unreal is having a stroke. Magnificent. All right. Let's get back to perspective view. Why is that dirty again? What the fuck? And voila. Okay. So now that needs to change just a little more. And this actually should go into this level. Yeah, man, just update it. Okay, so this, put around. There aren't any like actual existing exits these are associated with yet. Physical exits on the model. I'm just kind of putting them in there for the evacuation system's sake. Let's open this up. I'm going to be doing this a lot throughout the detailing process because I do want to get these buildings closer to, you know, looking like the footprint, like the actual footprints. I know there's some areas where I did a pretty good job. This area, not so much. Let's see. Some parts on this. Let's copy from here to here. Compile. Save. Close. And we're done with that. So now we have something closer to its real life counterpart. The only thing left to do is adjust the pier a little more. So I'll just take that to edit mode. Okay, maybe not with the collisions. I'm gonna need the collisions as guides to snap everything back into proper place. And I don't need snap on. Select what right there, and then maybe bring it like about right there, perhaps. I'm gonna snap to edge. Let's get this snapped into place. And let's export that and re-import here, just take a quick look at it. Here comes all these points. See how that looks? Oof, I might have gone too far. I certainly did. All right. Well, there you have it, homie. Snap. Do that one more time. Should be closer this time. Okay, maybe this part is the only one that needs to come over some. I think this section's all right, but this one is not. So let's go back. Add these two. Maybe about right there. Once again, update the mesh and see how it looks. All right. So I'm gonna take a break. This will actually be it for today's stream. I mean, that's much better. And I do believe, yeah, the Juggernaut should be able to fit down that lane. So we're good on that. That's looking better now. I just need to fix these collisions. And re-import it one more time. It's good to go. Let's export one more time. We can close this now. And re-import this for the last time. So the next thing I need to do some more 3D modeling, and that involves, what are they called? I'm pretty sure they're wave breakers, right? These barriers here. Shielding the docks from the bay. I'm pretty sure that's what they call them, wave breakers. Or something else. But I need to model a segment like that that I can use on a spline to create these. So I'm going to use that as a reference. I mean, it seems pretty easy. You know, just model it out, model out a segment, and give it some collisions, throw it onto a spline, extrude away. And it should work. So I'll leave that open for that. This is ready. I really need to start populating the rest of this area and fixing it up too. And there's more I want to do around here too. I think I want to build more warehouses, which means I have to make more blueprints for those. Because this dock does have like a few buildings on it. That's the word I'm looking for. Structures would work too, but I've got this one on here, and I want to add some more sort of coming out this way to the base of it. Let's see. Yeah, apart from that, yeah, it's just the wave breakers I need to create. What are those called? Let me look that up. Because when I name these things, I want to have like some, name on it that works. Uh, Breakwaters. That's the word I was looking for. Breakwaters. Oh, there's also turbidity barriers. Wave attenuators. Breakwater is a simple name, so I'll just fucking name it that. That'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a new Blender file. Wait, no. Shit, I'll just use the... Damn it. I can also use the texture from those as well. That would be in the kit bash folder. More. It's creating this, or kit bashing the seawalls. I can actually Let's model something in here, and I think I'll make it like about that deep, maybe. Let's get a cube in here. Turn that off. SM break water segment. Breakwater seg. That's a good name. Let's see how low these go. About as thick as that. Yeah. What we could do is I should probably import that. No, I don't want to import that. I'll just copy it over. Let's go back to that file. There it is. Take that, Control C. Control V. So that's good depth. Now I can delete that. Close that. Let's get started on this. So I'm going to say probably make it that thick, no? Or thinner. Or that should work. Now let's turn that off. I'm going to have that in there. Let's cut some loops into this. Maybe like about right there, or yeah, that should be good. And then just extrude those sections. I think I'll do those instead. Okay, that's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, because it's going to repeat. So, I have to move this over to here. And then cut some more in here. Extrude. Jeez. Extrude along normals. There we go. Looks like it. Let's see. Hold on. There's still kind of a lip going on there too. So I did this wrong. This comes out a little bit. So we extrude that along normals, doesn't it? It looks like it does, right? It has a little lip build up there. So back up to there. First extrude. Right. Now we'll extrude the others. It actually comes out a little further. Now this is about the same distance. Some of these are thicker, by the way. I think that's good. We can add other variations in there if we need to, but I think that's all right. So next, add another cube. So I need something that comes out this way and then straight down. Can't really see what's going on under there, so I'm just gonna guess. I just need something in there that looks close to it. Right. Origin to geometry. Copy. Drag it over. Copy. Drag it over. Increments to twist it. Or to spin it around. Back to grid. All right, there we go. Excellent. See, you know what? The collision for this doesn't have to be too complicated. We don't have we don't have anybody going into the water. So we won't need to put anything too extravagant. Just join that. Copy the name. It's already set up to go on a spline. With this, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put a pivot down there. Yeah, that's better. Let's bring in a cube. Let's go to... I think the max I'll put in is like 2 collisions. 2 collision holes should do it. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, it's gonna be more than that. Delete that real quick. Copy the name. This one should be UVX. UBX. Object. Copy that again. But I want to add some UBX collisions for these teeth right here. This is most likely going to be something that units can walk out onto. Players are probably going to try that. And I want them to be able to find their way back. You know what I mean? Just have their units get stuck out here. So copy this. Looks like I am going to be getting a little crazy with the collisions on this. But anyhow, I'm going to end this stream because I need to go make dinner. It's 8 o'clock. So if you enjoyed the stream, hit the follow, the like, the subscribe. I usually hop on Tuesdays and Thursdays just to kind of give folks a behind the scenes look into the work I do on the project. Progress on my end, of course. I don't always pop on. You know, I had planned to just do 4 o'clock Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I do get carried away with my work. And I get so locked in sometimes that, you know, time flies and I forget, like, oh shit, you know, it's Tuesday, it's a stream day, and sometimes I feel bad because it's like, fuck, you know, I try to be consistent with it, but, you know, being a, you know, game developer for me is number one. It's more about doing this work than it is streaming, even though, you know, streaming can be fun, you know, chit chat with people that come in here, check out the work, ask questions, and just generally like to chat, talk game development or whatever else. But most of the time, yeah, like I try to be on by like 4 o'clock, if not maybe 5, if not then 6. I'll jump on for maybe an hour or two, or 4, depending on what time I jump on. But doing this work is number one. And if I get locked in and lose track of time, then I get locked in and lose track of time. You know, as long as the game development is getting done, that's all I care about. You know, but I do try to keep a pretty consistent streaming schedule during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So apologies if there are times where I don't pop in, but just know that I am doing the work or something else in life is occurring that calls my attention or requires my full attention. Either way, Tuesdays and Thursdays, this is where I'm at, for sure. I also occasionally do like short streams on TikTok, usually on the weekends, sometimes during the week. You know, I'll jump on there for maybe an hour. I say I'm going to jump on for an hour or two sometimes, and I go overboard. I go for more than an hour. But that's how it is, man. You know, yesterday I was only going to jump on for a bit, and I ended up doing like 2 or 3 hours on TikTok because I just got carried away, doing the work, got into it, and that's how it went down. Okay, so that's done. Let's pop out of this. What's that? This is North San Francisco, so it's the right folder. Let's import that piece. That is under breakwaters. Where are you? Damn, did I export that to the wrong? Yes, I did. I did. That actually went to the kit bash folder. Well, that wasn't a bad thing either because I am going to kit bash texture onto that, which I forgot to UV map. I'll do it after dinner. It's all right. I'm hungry. My mind is fried right now. I've been at this all day and need a quick break because I'm going to be at it tonight some more. And then I might pop onto TikTok for a bit to stream that work. Everything's looking good here. Let's get that in. A couple errors regarding the mesh that can be fixed easily. Now I just need to find, there we are. Okay. So now with this, I'm going to copy this over. Let's go with this level here. And then I'll take this mesh, say that, throw it into the tool, see how it works. One more thing I fucked up too is the collisions. I have to redo the collisions because there's, said I was going to simplify it, but I need collisions on this to deform, so I need to split those up. So copy that, paste it on there, still looks pretty good. All right. So let's go back here and fix this. All of this really needs to change. Okay. Put that there for now. Let's move this down. I need these to be sort of an equal distance. So as you can see right here, I'm getting some funkiness where it's wider here and it's thinner here. I mean, it's probably not a big deal, but that's just how I am. I want this thing to repeat decently. Now, just modify these separately. So what I need is for this each segment to pretty much have collision that lines up with that. So the collision is perfect. If I'm expecting units to walk onto this, they're going to need pretty clean collisions to do that. Especially collisions that deform with the spline. Which means these can actually be changed. Or I can cut back on those. Just stretch them out like that. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't fucking deform the collision halls in any weird way, but we'll see. So now we'll copy that name and we're going to rename these scratch. Set name, new, and fire away. So now this first one will be .000. And get rid of those decimals. And voila. Export. Save. Now we can close that and re-import this bad boy. And we're ready to start building these breakwaters. Not wave breakers. Anyhow. It still looks a bit funky, doesn't it? Oh, that's where I fucked up. Okay. So, bitch. Let's see. I didn't space those out properly again. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I want to get it right. Where the hell is that folder? Why do I always lose where it's at? There it is. Jeez. Scrub all this. A lot better. Closer to what I need it to look like. Now we'll close it and re-import. So this works a bit of a combination of doing some level work, working the level, and 3D modeling, just to get what I need to really make this look more and more like the piers out here. So, all right, what I'm going to be building next is pretty much all these breakwaters that we have in this area. Like this one, these over here. I think that's it. There aren't any more until we get further down, and even then, it's not a whole lot. Well, this one right here as well. I'm definitely going to be putting this area by the baseball stadium. I need to update some of the stuff along the baseball stadium too. A lot of that was lost. And that's another thing that I'm reminded of. I need to turn all of this on before committing this tonight, so I can build navigation and commit, because I left this off and I guess somebody might have rebuilt navigation while I had all these other blockouts turned off. And people can walk through the buildings because the navigation is just allowing them to. So, yeah, fuck that up. Anyhow, I'm gonna take a dinner break, come back, build these breakwaters, and continue to flesh out Fisherman's Wharf and the rest of these docks, going all the way down to the bridge here, and then work my way inland to finish the rest of Grid 1 so I can move on to Grid 2 and get this freaking map populated, man, so it looks better with trees and props and all that good stuff. So, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. The name of the game is Cepheus Protocol. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You can pick it up on Steam and the Epic Game Store. It's a co-op sandbox zombie survival RTS. The best way I can put it. All right. So be sure to check it out and join our public Discord at the same name, Cepheus Protocol. You can fill yourself in on what we've been working on throughout the week. You know, we're constantly updating the game and updating players on what we've been working on. We have our podcasts on the weekends, usually Saturday afternoons, where each department sort of chimes in to discuss what they've been working on, what they're planning on, and just kind of listen to player feedback. So that's going to be it for this stream session. Again, I might pop into TikTok later tonight while I'm doing some more work. But on this channel, YouTube and Twitch, I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your evening.